Welcome back, good people of the internet. My name is Nocturne, and we are playing Eternal Darkness. And I'm trying to place my mouse outside of the window. So, in the last episode, we found out that Alex River's grandfather died, and we are investigating what happened to him. And we found this weird secret room with a big book that told us the story of Pius Augustus, the Roman centurion, that actually touched an artifact which changed him a little bit. And now we are back, and we are looking for the next chapter of our journey. And it is actually already glowing here in the background, so let's take a look at that. Strangely, with the Tome of Eternal Darkness in her possession, Alex can read the page. It is a chapter page from the tome itself, and we take it, of course. So, let's go to the inventory. And nice detail. If you move the cursor over one of the chapters, you hear weird whispering voices in the background. This is always a good sign. Let's read it.
I cannot say what was the true beginning, nor am I sure of its end. So perhaps here is the best place to start. I am reminded of ideas I first encountered in Sir James George Fraser's book, The Golden Bough, a study in magic and religion. We are overwhelmed by a very human need to weave a web of meaning where there may be none. Since time immemorial, ancient peoples have dressed up their lack of knowledge as gods and demons. I have discovered that sometimes the fates of gods and mortals intertwine, and legends are born.
Thy time is done, great ancient. Forever in shadow will you be master of chaos, and to fade to nothing in obscurity will be thy fate. Thy master has planned many millennia for this day. It is the true chaos of all things that you now must be entombed amongst the beings
of flesh and bone. You have a great monument here, Mantarok. It is a pity that no one will ever recognize it as yours. May the darkness claim thee, crawling chaos and damned beast. No longer will thy reign be kept over the ancients you have kept imprisoned. Thou hast seen the last of this world.
Not even these mythical fables can keep me amused. There has to be something to do around here. I only wish something that fantastic and of higher purpose could happen to me.
Always look out what you're actually hoping, because it may come true. So, now we are how is she pronounced in English? I think it is Elia. Elia, the Cambodian dancer. I will create a new save file. I always use two. I have like one in the present and one in the current chapter. So, we are Elia in the year 1150. And we are in Angkor Thom, a Cambodian temple. So we have this weird plate on the ground that is pretty important. A triangular design is carved into the floor. The etched grooves are filled with colored sand. These symbols appear to be related to each other, with one having precedence over another. Can we go here? A statue of a goddess, delicately sculptured from sandstone. It casts an alert eye over everyone who enters the temple. There's a strange necklace about its neck, and we take it. Which actually closes the doors. This necklace is actually a magical item, and I can use it to heal my character. A strange necklace fashioned from a dark ancient stone and a grave with weird designs. It can be used to cast a healing spell when a liar is standing still. Then we have the tome already. This is the Tome of Eternal Darkness, where experience, spells and enchanted items can be stored for future use. It has been made from fragments of human skin and bone and endowed with magical powers. And we have a weapon, a short sword. A short sword with a wooden grip, light and durable. A small curve running from the handle makes it better for hacking rather than stabbing. So, we have a nice weapon and a nice healing amulet. Let's go and look what we find around here. And more people sleeping on the ground. So, this is important. There are candles on this pedestal and a drawing on the wall. The design on the wall appears to depict the time of the day. Perhaps the candles do too. And of course, it is important that always the candle in front of the sun is glowing or lit. And of course, what would be an ancient temple without ridiculous, weird traps? But as long as I'm not stepping on those conveniently placed plates, nothing will happen. Closing doors are always a good sign, and a zombie, and it is a blue one. Yes, this is new. Actually, when enemies look at you, you lose, yes, this green stuff from the green bar, and this is our sanity meter. And if this gets too low, weird things start to happen. And I will try to not always get it to 100%, as the insanity effects are quite interesting. So I will take this. But the main problem is when your sanity meter is completely empty, you will start to get damage, and as I don't want to die, I will heal my sanity if it's really important. So here we have the same thing with the candles, and as you see, there's too many lit, so I have to blow out the right one. So now we have to go back to the entrance hall. So the thing is, when you damage an enemy enough that he falls to the ground, you can do a finishing move, and that will give you back some of your sanity, because your character actually sees that even the most grotesque creatures can be killed. More enemies. Slap. Also, if you cut off the heads, you don't get sanity damage anymore, which is a bit weird. So, look at the sanity meter and bump. It gets up a bit. A liar actually has a pretty short sanity meter. The thing with all the characters is that they have different, let's say, skills. So they have a different amount of health, magical energy, and magic will be a thing later, sanity, and you also have endurance, but endurance has no no visible bar around, but if you run around too much, the character will get tired. So, we have the statue, and we found a new necklace for it, and we'll place it here. And the door opens again. Let's run around a bit. Yeah, everything's fine here. Oh, let's not step on this thing. And a red zombie. And the red ones will go full rampage if you cut off the arms. Also, they can grow back their limbs. And the thing with the enemies is that their color represents the ancient they are associated with. So there is no sun, so let's blow out. Oh no, that was the wrong button. No, no. Yeah, this and this. Because it is the Chamber of Night. So, let's go. The doors open. And something is lying here. A small pedestal covered with decorative etching stands before the wall. The blowgun upon it must have some special significance for it to be the focal point of this display. And we take the stuff. What should go wrong? Of course. As we already learned, always touch stuff that is placed on weird pedestals. So now I have to be fast enough to help this guy. So attack me, don't attack the guy. So these guys are poisoned because of my blowgun, but I will kill them with a way easier. Well, let's say trick. Oh, I think they are already dead. That is actually pretty lame. Yeah, the green zombies don't have too much health. So let's take the broken sword. Take a look at this guy. The god is grateful for Elias saving his life. In return, he offers to repair Elias' broken weapon as a gesture of thanks. Yes, I would like him to do this. And our sword is repaired. That is nice, as the sword is way better than the weird blowgun. An ancient weapon, the blowgun propels a poison dart at an enemy, causing death within several seconds. Actually, that thing was pretty effective against the zombies. So I cannot evade this. But I prefer my sword. More people! Let's cut them down. Blam. So, let's take a look at this big, nice picture on the wall. That is actually pretty interesting. This mural depicts a skeletal demon befriending the ancient Khmer. people by denouncing one of the fertility gods. So you'll see a character that looks a bit like Pius talking to the people on the left. And you see this big tentacle elephant thing on the right. Do-do-do. Yes. The dot trap. Ow. And another thing, the enemies with different colors will fight each other, as they are the servants of the ancients, and the ancients hate each other. And one color always is stronger than another color and weaker than another color. So for example, red kills green, but red loses against blue. And another big picture. This mural depicts one of the ancient Khmer deities being tortured and killed by a skeletal demon. This is pretty much the intro sequence that we saw when Pius used his spell to bind the big weird creature. And that was actually here.
Stop. Don't go near it.
So, you are reduced to feeding on flesh and bone, Mantrok. How the mighty have fallen. You will surely fester for millennia to come. A slow and torturous fate for thee. You had best leave, young fool, or you will find yourself as food for the dead god.
You are one of the chosen many, flesh and blood. It is now your destiny to fight the eternal darkness. I gave you a gift in return for an obligation. The gift is your life, sweet dancer. The obligation is this. You hold one of Mantarok's hearts, the essence of the corpse god. To some it is a source of great power. From those people, you must defend it, lest they use it to destroy what little brightness your world has left in it. Guard it well.
Now that was interesting. A metal staff is held by the arms of the statue. That we take it, and we have to go back now because superior level design is superior. Also, I would like to do another save. Saving intensifiers. Yeah, let's ignore those guys. Also, music changes as we already took quite some sanity damage. Us and enemies walking around, but not for too long, and it was hit by a trap. Ow. Ow. Way too many traps. So, here I have to kill those guys. Also, my sanity is completely gone. Let's refill it a bit. Through death and murder. Or is it? Is it the right room? Yes, it is. Because there's a little hole in the block and I can place the staff inside, and it is actually a lever. Which opens the door behind the giant being that is named Mantra. Which means I have to go the same way again. I could use a heal. No, not moving. Using spells when moving is not working. So, let's go. Let's try to not activate every trap possible. I don't care, leave me alone. Also, another thing about the different colored enemies is that the enemies of every color do, of course they all do regular damage, but they also do additional damage based on their color. So blue enemies do magic damage, green enemies do sanity damage, and the red enemies just do additional regular damage, so they deal quite a big amount of damage. Which is the reason why many people consider the red path as being the hardest.
Fool! You should have run. Instead you will die. Where is the essence of Mantarok? Where is it? I will not ask again, child. Very well, then. You will succumb to the horrors of oblivion.
And that was the second chapter of Eternal Darkness. If you would like to see how the story continues, please watch the other episodes. But for now I would like to thank you for your attention, and I would like to wish you a nice, gloomy and calm October day. See you next time.